Reclaim your time. Time.
Welcome to AI Advocates. I'm Lisa Dieker.
And I'm Maggie Mosher.
Hey, Maggie, it's great to be in a room with you.
It is nice to be together finally.
I know. Not on Zoom far apart. So I think we're going to make this series about why change. And so I thought I would let you start. I think you have a question you want to pose about why change.
Yeah, I honestly, what does it mean to teach when AI can really write our essays, can do all our math problems, can give me answers within the switch of a button? How do I teach in a world like that? What does that look like?
Yeah, so it's funny, very timely question, by the way, because I'm just finishing up my semester with my students, and they will tell you that you cannot cheat with AI in my class because my assignments don't allow that as an option. But I think what it looks like is kind of reimagining, rethinking, reinventing how we ask students to show us what they know. And I always go back to Bloom's taxonomy that when you have a student do a worksheet, you're really getting basic knowledge, the lowest level of learning. And honestly, it takes you a long time to grade, and it's not very fun to grade. But if we think about what AI, if we're really going to challenge students and let them use it, they're going to have to create their own thinking. So whether it's prompting, whether it's making a video, whether it's creating an image, it might come from AI, but it had to come from a different place in their brain. So that's kind of my think about why change.
And what I love, and I want you to share next, is about how you changed your courses, because I think that's really amazing. But what I love, I was just in a room with 60 educators and 20 some administrators, and we were talking about how this changes, how AI changes education as a whole. And what I loved about the conversation is we're no longer at knowledge base, like you said. We're not at that Bloom's taxonomy knowledge. We're at like application and analysis. And so it's not that they have to throw away what they're teaching. They're just changing the way in which it's assessing. And essentially, AI can help them change that.
Yeah.
So we had teachers in there creating their own chatbots for everything that they're teaching so that a chatbot could help them. So they put the content and they put the assessments into the chatbot and said, here's my content, here's my assessments, here's a rubric. This is an exemplar from last year that I really loved. This is a really bad one. Now, how do I interact with students about this? And I thought that was really fascinating and a good idea.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because my mantra for a long time has been, even when the internet started, that dates me a bit, but if you can Google it, why are you teaching it? So now I think we're at a whole new level. If AI can do it for me, and again, I'll take something like mathematics, it scares me. I was just talking with a great computer science friend of mine who was, saying, do we really need people to write code? And I'm like, yeah, we need people to make sure the code doesn't do bad things and we understand it. But isn't that where we were in math? Isn't that where we were in reading? Like originally, we just wanted people to read to learn information. Then the internet brought us information. Now we want people to read to understand and have their own thinking. Now we move forward to math. Math used to be write the problems on the board. Now it's conceptually, what do you understand about math? I think we're in the same place with AI.
100%. I actually just got back from the Digital Education Council in Hong Kong. And one of the things that was mentioned that I hadn't even thought about is what we thought AI would be like now.
Yeah.
So we thought AI would do away with a ton of radiology jobs because AI can essentially diagnose based on images faster than anyone, and more accurate to some degree. But what did it do? It actually increased radiology jobs. Why? Because you still need the person to read the results to you.
Yes.
You still need the person to calm you down and to, you need that relational piece.
Yeah.
Yes, is it better sometimes at diagnosing using just a screen and not any bias? Sure.
Yeah.
But I'm going to need more radiologists because now more people are getting scans because it's cheaper. And so the one thing we thought was going to happen wasn't what happened.
Right.
And I thought that was interesting. They brought it up at the council and they brought it up today at our AI luncheon at the School of Education. And both of those things I think were really important. And
well, and I think my last one is, I don't think we should just change for change's sake, but this is one of the big changes. And, many of my friends, actually my friend Jamie Basham talks about the horse to the car. Did we keep riding horses? No, we went to cars. Did we keep buying encyclopedias? No, we went to the internet. And now where are we going next? I don't think we know, but I don't think jobs will disappear because you and I both agree the human touch is there. But why should we change? Because this generation needs teachers who let them understand how to harness this new idea, whether they have a disability or not, so that they can make the biggest change themselves in society. That's kind of where I'm at.
I agree. The last thing I'd add to it is when we're talking about AI saving us time and money, when we have that piece of essentially, I know what AI can and can't do for me, to a degree, but I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah.
And so what I like about AI currently with the challenges and stuff is we all agree that standardized assessment wasn't what people set it out to be.
Yeah.
It's changing education in the wrong way. Do we need to make sure we're teaching what we're teaching? And do we need to make sure that our kids are learning? 100%. But is it actually doing that, or is it making teachers less effective and less efficient and less relational? So I was in a room yesterday where everyone was like, yes, let's do away. Every teacher and administrator in the building, let's do away with state assessments. We still need to measure, but let's do away with them. AI is at a place where it's given us the ability to think about doing that and to still know that we could still accurately assess
In a
moment and get good results, but we wouldn't be taking all of this time away from good learning to prepare kids for a test. So it's exciting to think about the ways in which it is going to transform and change things for us, and then the ways we could use it really well. I'm excited about the possibilities.
Well, and I think that's what this season is about, is why change. And maybe we'll have a session in there, why not? I know we're going to talk a little bit about my class, but we want to hear more about what you learned at this international conference and the discussion. But more importantly, we're going to keep it really practical to save you time.
And
Yeah. Thanks.